Hello, everybody. Welcome to Drive Thru. I'm your host, Tony T, as we broadcast live here on Pick Dogs and Sports Chat Plays YouTube channel and throughout social media. We'll get you out here well before the top of the hour, give you guys enough time to get those bets in for the primetime games. That's what we do here on the Drive Thru, Monday through Friday here at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. It's our live free sports picks for the games beginning at 7 p.m. Eastern Time and later. And to deliver those winners are professional handicappers over at Pick Dogs and Sports Chat Plays. Let's take a peek at who will be on the show with us here for today. All right, with us is Brian Bitler. We got Ninos, Jay Briggs, Brad Francis. Rod and Jovan will be signing in just a little bit later, and here's how the lineup is set for tonight. Ninos, Briggs, Bitler, Burts. Won't be Bitler again. It will, after Jovan Burts, we got Brian. We got Ninos, Briggs, Francis, Burts, Bitler, Zawacky, and then I will close this one out. All right, we've got one in the books already. The Guardians get the win, right? They scored some runs. They were held to 4 runs total in the first 3 games here of the postseason, but they were able to win the end game, win at 4-2 here against the Yankees, overcoming a 2-0 lead early. And we have another dog barking tonight, 6-0 here. Phillies over the Braves, top of the 4th. Atlanta batting with 2 outs, a runner on second here. So 2 dogs so far, 1 in the books and 1 ahead here through 3.5 innings. So a pretty interesting day. All right, let's. We've got a lot of hockey on the board tonight. We do have 1 game in primetime from Major League Baseball, 2 from college football, heading into a nice NFL weekend. So let's go ahead. Let's get the drive-through started. We'll go ahead and welcome in Ninos. You'll find him over at Pick Dogs Premium. Off to a hot start in the NHL. He was the top unit producer in the NHL last season. Al, what's happening?
Yeah, I took a couple of shots on some bigger dogs last night. Didn't go as planned, but yeah, still doing well so far to start the season, and looking forward to the rest of it.
Yeah, looking forward to the rest of it as well. All right, we got your game up here. Winnipeg Jets here will be at home hosting the New York Rangers. Jets favored here, -140, total 6.5. This is just breaking news right now. It looks like the assistant coach for the Jets will be running the team. The head coach is in COVID protocol. This just flashing here about top of the hour. So head coach for the Jets not in today. Will be the assistant in this one, but Jets here still sitting there. Not too much, no line movement whatsoever in this one. So -140 on Winnipeg.
Yeah, as a former coach myself, it's I mean, as you said, no line movement. It's not like he was going to score any goals for them or save any, but it does help to have your head coach there, especially when that's what you're used to playing. But it is just the start of the season, and well, it's like, again, it's only going to hurt them. Obviously, it's not going to help them much, unless obviously the assistant coach pulls something amazing out. But looking at these players here, the lineups are pretty healthy for both teams, and the Jets do have a pretty good team with some very talented players, but so do the Rangers, and I think that they're a better unit as a team, the Rangers, especially with a couple games under their belt now. They are playing their second game in 2 nights on the road here, but again, it's still early in the season, so I don't think they're going to be too exhausted. This is still a pretty young team that's playing well, and I expect them to keep their momentum going here. And well, if they do start running out of juice, I just think that momentum will carry them to another victory here tonight. So I'm taking the Rangers here. I'm taking them on the line.
All right, El Ninos here. It's going to go ahead. I keep hitting my one instead of El Ninos' game here. Rangers here +120 here against the Winnipeg Jets. Yeah, Al, in this one, one thing to note here: Rangers have had good success here against Winnipeg over their last 3 meetings, holding at Winnipeg to 2 goals, 1 goal, and 1 goal. So they've been playing well, good defensively here against Winnipeg. And of course, Halak is a backup goalie here for the Rangers. A little quality there in the backup here. Of course, we know the Rangers here in a tough spot here in this back-to-back, and also it's a weird setup here where they're playing their 3rd game in 4 nights, and actually they held them to 2 goals in the past 3 meetings. Last year, Winnipeg only pushed across 1 goal in their 2 meetings here against the Rangers, and the Rangers in a weird scenario here where they're playing 3 games in 4 nights back-to-back, and Winnipeg begins their home opener tonight. But again, the Rangers do have a pretty good backup in that.
Yeah, I'm sure Shesterkin was a big part of keeping the Jets' goals to a minimum last season. But as you said, no confirmed goalie yet that I've seen, but it is very probable that Halak will get the start. Still, as you said, not the worst goalie in the league. So, and it's not all just the goalie. They're pretty good on defense as well. So So yeah, looking for a lower scoring game here, especially if they're tired on offense a little bit themselves. But again, I just think there's a little bit of value on them, especially a little more value in this morning. We saw this line move a little bit in favor of, some money coming in on the Jets. But yeah, I still think the Rangers the right side here. Yeah, just had a tough spot and maybe a good spot for the Jets to get some payback here. But I'm getting some plus money with a team that's looked good so far. I'm gonna take a shot with them.
Yeah, Hellebuck confirmed in net here for the Jets. Halak expected, so we don't have the confirmation. Halak is expected here. We're probably having but in half an hour we'll have that pregame skate. And they usually say the guy that's taking the pregame warm-ups will be the guy probably in the net. So we'll see what happens in half an hour when they do the actually, this is an 8 Eastern start, so we'll know about an hour and a half from now if Halak is in. But he's expected to start here. That's why you got him, right? A lot of back-to-backs. I heard it was like 15 or 16 back-to-backs this year here for the Rangers, so they needed to have a really good backup goalie. They have one here, and Ninos is on the Rangers plus 120 against the Jets. This one to have a start time here of 8 p.m. Eastern time. Right now, let's take a look over at Pick Dogs Premium for tonight's action. Already up to tonight's start. Nice start here in the NHL. 269 units of profit. That is all documented over at Pick Dogs Premium. You can verify those numbers by going to Al's handicapper page and checking them out. All right, we've got 4 games on the board from the NHL. Lots of preseason. This is the final day of the preseason in the NBA, as well as action too from the college football. That one single here tonight from MLB. What do you have going on over at Pick Dogs Premium?
Yeah, still got a 3-pack with my best bet in each sport. I got them all individually as well if you're just looking for one bet and only into one sport. But again, I do have some extra plays for one extra play now for everyone on the long-term passes. So make sure you grab one of those to get all the plays that way.
That's right, guys. I got a board here with El Ninos over at Pick Dogs Premium. As you can see right here, El Ninos off to a really good start here in the NHL. So you definitely want to get on board here with El Ninos at Pick Dogs. And of course, he does have right now is college football and his 3-pack, right? He takes calls it his alphabets. We all know about his alphabets. He puts together his best bet here from the MLB. He also has, as well as his best bet here from college football and NHL into one 3-pack. And of course, you can get that right now over at Pick Dogs Premium. For affordable pricing here, of course, it is credit guarantee. This 3-pack must turn a profit, or the amount you purchase is credited back in your account for side credits. That's what credit guarantee is. Also, these plays are sold individually, so lots of 3-packs up there from El Ninos. Of course, here we are on a Friday, probably a good time to get on board with Al's 3-pack, three-day All Sports Pass. Get all of El Ninos' premium plays for 3 days. Would include, of course, all the college football. We have college football here on Friday, Saturday, as well as the NFL coming in here on Sunday, and of course, all of El Ninos' playoff picks here from Major League Baseball. It's going to be a busy weekend of baseball postseason here. So you guys get on board here with El Ninos over at Pick Dogs Premium. Use the promo code WIN15 at checkout, and you'll save 15% off. You can also add a second capper with that 2-for-1 capper promotion. Even greater value there. All right, El Ninos, it's always great having the show. Have yourself a great weekend. We'll talk with you next week. But I know you also contribute to the weekend shows.
That's right. Should be on this weekend, 10 a.m. So make sure you check that out with Mitch, the morning crew, and some of his cappers you see on the drive through.
There you go. Check out El Ninos there on the mornings, here on the weekends at 10 a.m. Eastern time. All right, y'all have yourself a great night. We'll talk with you again next week.
All right, have a good one, Tom.
We got El Ninos here on the drive through. Let's continue on here with our coverage. Next up is Jay Briggs. You'll find Jay over at Pick Dogs Premium. Also contributes to the weekend shows as well as the halftime shows this NFL season. And of course, he just completed early in the week the NFL show with Big Al and Mitch. Jay, what's happening?
What's going on today, Tony?
It's going great. All right, here we go. College football tonight at 8 Eastern time. We got good old FIU here hosting UTSA. Big line here. UTSA 33.5, total 63.
Yes, sir. And like you said, big line. And I'm on UTSA to run all over FIU in this one. To me, this one is clear cut and dry. Really wasn't too complicated. I think UTSA runs all over these boys here today. When we go back and look at how these two teams have performed this season, this will be the biggest line for UTSA this season. Am I afraid of it, though? Not at all. Because when we go look at what FIU has done this season, man, they got ran out of the building by Western Kentucky 73-0. This same Western Kentucky team just lost to UTSA last week. Do I think UTSA puts up 73-0? I don't. But we only need half that, 34. I think we can get over that. Also, FIU has been ran out of the building by Texas State and UConn. So, neither one of those teams are top-tier teams. This UTSA does have a powerful offense. This was a 12-win team last year. I think they finished the year ranked as well. And they've had some pretty tough competition this year. They lost to Houston, and they had one more loss.
Texas.
Your
boys. Yes, how can you forget your Longhorns?
My boys. Yeah, my boys. I forgot. But looking back on both of those losses, those are not bad losses at all. Those are two ranked teams currently still. So I really expect UTSA to come out here and run all over these boys. I think the score ends up like 50-7, something like that.
Yeah, you said they wouldn't put 70. They might put 80 though. They could put 80 on this team. That's how bad FIU is. And we saw that last year. We saw the writing on the wall last year. And who was the coach that left? Oh God, the name escapes me. Butch Davis, right? He says he was saying, this is such a cheap school. We pretty much. We pretty much wear recycled uniforms. They're from last year. They don't even have new uniforms to come into the new season. So things are tough over there. Things are tough over there at FIU. I can tell you right now. But that's FIU, and they didn't even play a tough schedule this year. The only tough schedule was Western Kentucky, and then. But really, what will catch your attention is here when you look at the box score here when they just lost was to even UConn. UConn beat them by 21 points.
UConn, yes, UConn. You know what I mean? When I see big spreads, that I tend to like the dogs, but there was no way I could get there with FIU today. No way.
No. I have kind of a rule here. The last 2 weeks of college football, any dog has 30 or more points, you take the points. Because by that time, after 10 weeks of play or 10 games, you probably have gotten to your best point, and the teams that are good maybe level off a little bit. But I always like taking the 30 plus at the end of the season. But not early. The early here, no, thank you. I think you're on par here with that game here with the you're on the UTSA laying the 33.5. Yeah, UTSA laying the 33.5 in this one. That was the play here from Jay. And of course, this one will have a start time here of 8 p.m. each time. Again, Jay is say take the favorite here, lay the 33.5. All right, Jay, let's take a look over at Pick Dodge Payment for tonight's action. Of course, we do have those two from college football. That one primetime game here from Major League Baseball, and a dog day so far to start the afternoon, mid evening as well. And of course, we do have. Well, let's see. We've got that, and we got the priest. I know you're not much into the hockey this early yet, but what do you have going over at Pick Dodge Premium?
Yes, sir, Tony. I didn't really have anything college football tonight. I gave y'all this one, UTSA. I'm going to be betting it personally. It wasn't a premium, though. But all I have up there, Pick Dodge Premium tonight, is my $15 MLB best bet. It's in the Los Angeles Dodgers San Diego Padres game tonight. Should be a great one. It's going to be on my TV. I can't wait for that one tonight. That's all I got up there tonight. But we got a huge card tomorrow, college football Saturday. I'm excited for that. So this is the best time to hop on a 3-day package, man. The best value, the best deal you can get. I'm a volume type player, so you're getting all my plays for the weekend, including Saturday, Sunday, and Monday Night Football. So the best value is to hop on a 3-day, 7-day, or 30-day long-term package. We're doing well this week. It's been a great week. Like 7-0 currently. My NFL best bet has moved to 11-4. So we're heating up at the right time, man. NBA right around the corner. It's the best time to hop on a long-term package, man.
That's right, guys. Get on board with Jay Briggs over at Pick Dogs. MLB Best Bet's been hot right now, so get on board with it. $15 credit guarantee must win, or the amount you purchase is credit into your back into your account as side credits. That is credit guarantee. Profit right now over at Pick Dogs with Jay Briggs. Now here we are on a Friday. Probably a good time to get on board with that 3-day all sports patch. Get all Jay's premium plays for 3 days. It would include all his Major League Baseball playoffs, as well as NFL, which we have here on coming up on Sunday. College football for Saturday as well. The rest of the baseball here. So it's a really good value here when you get that 3-day all sports pass. A perfect time here. Perfect for a Friday through Sunday purchase here. A lot of action here. A lot of football coming up. And of course, the baseball playoffs sprinkled in as well, making it really excited. So get on board with Jay Briggs over at Pick Dogs Premium. You could use the promo code 15 off at checkout. That'll take 15% off. You could also add a second capper with that 2-for-1 capper promotion. Even greater value there. All right, Jay, as always, great having you show. Have yourself a great weekend. We'll talk with you next week. But I know you've also contributed to Pick Dogs. We can catch you in the mornings, during the weekends on the morning show. You're also part of the big halftime shows here on Sunday, as well as you guys shot on Wednesday the NFL show with Big Al and Mitch.
Yes, sir. We shot the NFL show on Wednesday. Me, Big Al, and Mitch, man, we're all on fire on that show, man. Tons of information, all free. Be sure to go give that a watch before you place your bets this weekend. Also, I'll be on halftime this weekend with Mitch Sunday and Sunday night. And my Cowboys are going to beat the Eagles this weekend. Let's have a great weekend.
Let's go.
We'll see y'all on Monday.
See you on Monday. Here, Jay Briggs here on the drive-through there with him. Guys, check him out over at Pick Dogs and check out the NFL show that's on archive right now. They shot it Wednesday. These guys do great work, so tune into that show over on the Pick Dogs channel. Let's continue on here on the drive-through. Guys, you missed our picks. We'll do a recap at the end of the show. Up next is Brad Francis. You'll find him over at Pick Dogs Premium. Let's hit coming off a really good NFL season last year. We'll see if we get in Brad as well. Also contributes to Pick Dogs with the UFC show, which will air tomorrow on Saturday after the morning show. So make sure you tune into that. So we'll go ahead and bring in Brad Francis in right now. I think we're ready to roll here with Brad. Here we go, Brad. Brad, what's happening?
Hey, what's up, Tony? Happy Friday.
Happy Friday to you as well. We got double coverage in this one tonight on CBS Sports Network as FIU hosts UTSA. We know UTSA laying 33, total 63.
Yeah, it's a popular game tonight, but I'm looking at the over-under here, and I'm liking the over 63 in this one. I think UTSA runs up the scoreboard tonight. I also think FIU could put up some points as well. FIU, they gave up 73 points earlier this season to Western Kentucky, which they lost that game 73-0. UTSA, they just beat that Western Kentucky team, putting up 31 points. So, I think that shows you that, how I think UTSA just absolutely kills it in this game. I'm also on Jay's side there, laying the points. But for the total here, the over is 5-1 in UTSA's games this season. Against Army, there were 79 points scored in that game. When they played Texas Southern, there were 76 points scored in that game. When they played Middle Tennessee, there were 75 points scored in that game. So, this team, their style of play promotes the over. They can score the ball. They don't play good defense. So, I think we see a 43-24 type game. So, give me the over here.
All right, we got Brad here on the over here. Over 63 UTSA and FIU. Yeah, this, again, like I said, this has a blowout all over it again. And UTSA really racking up the stats here. When you give up 33 points to UConn, you know you're going to be in trouble coming into this game.
Yeah, exactly. And UTSA, they don't really stop too much either. So I feel like FIU could put up some points as well, which is, I think we see like 70 points in this one here.
All right, there you go. UTSA and FIU over a total of 63. This one will have a start time here of 8 Eastern time on CBS Sports Network. All right, Brad, let's take a look over at Pick Dogs Premium action for tonight. Well, we have two on the board here for college football. That one primetime game here for Major League Baseball, Dodgers and Padres. Also, we've got hockey, a big 4-game card from hockey, heading into an NFL football weekend. What do you have going on over at Pick Dogs Premium?
Yeah, so on the site right now, I got a multi-sport 3-pack. It's my favorite play in each sport tonight. So got my favorite college football game, got my favorite NHL game, and then I got my favorite MLB playoff game. All on the site for $50. If it doesn't profit, you get the money back. So, and then, long-term passes, it's Friday, so it's the best time to get a 3-day pass, in my opinion. That's what I got going on.
That's right, guys. I got aboard with Brad Francis over at Pick Dogs Premium. Right now, he has a fired up Friday multi-sport 3-pack. His 3 best plays here from the MLB, college football, NHL, all in a 3-pack. As he said, credit guarantee must turn a profit, or the amount you purchase is credited back into your account for site credits. That's credit guarantee. Of course, as Brad was talking about that 3-day all sports pass, a good time to get on board. Here we are on a Friday, your Friday, Saturday, and Sunday coverage. You'll have your college football, all your baseball here, NFL here on a Sunday. So a good time to get on board with that 3-day all sports pass, and you'll be able to save, 15% off that purchase when you use the promo code 15 off at checkout. You could also add a second capper with that 2-for-1 capper promotion. Even greater value there. All right, Brad, as always, great having you on the show. I'll talk with you next week. But I know you also contribute to Pick Dogs on Saturdays with the UFC show with Brad and Mills. You and Mills together.
Yeah, we got a show tomorrow. I got to collaborate with Mills, see what time we're doing that, but expect it sometime after the morning show.
All right, sometime after the morning show, indeed. So we'll keep a tabs on that, guys. So just check in the morning show and set those notifications so when Brad and Mills are live, you're live with them, so you get those great picks for them from the UFC card coming up on Saturday. All right, Brad, have yourself a great weekend. We'll talk to you again next week.
All right, thank you, Tony. Have a good weekend.
You got it. Brad Francis here on the drive to. Let's continue our coverage. Next up was Jovan. Jovan might be running late, so it looks like Brian Bitler will jump the card. So let's go ahead and bring in Brian Bitler. You'll find him over at Pick Dogs Premium. He's doing some fine work up there. Seeing the top of the leaderboards. Bring in Brian right now. Brian, what's happening?
I tell you, I wish I would have jumped it a little bit sooner. I would have said to my guy Jay, Dallas Cowboys, I think they're going to get it handed to them this week, and I would have been fine. I know the Eagles are my hometown team, but I just think this line's looking for Dallas action. I'm going to be pounding those birds. Not to get into another game, but a little bit of rival here between me and Jay.
Yeah, there's a rivalry between you and Jay here. It's a big one here. Eagles and Cowboys here. When they're both good, that's when these rivalries get even better. So there'll be a big game coming up here. See if Cooper Rush expected to play. They are talking about Dak Prescott practicing, but a thumb injury. The way they're running right now, you probably won't at least let that rest another week. But we'll see how it rolls here. Big divisional game coming up. We come out west here, late night here, 10:35 Eastern time. The Sharks are at home here facing the Hurricanes. Hurricanes big favorites minus 200, total of 6.
I'll tell you what, this isn't a typical Brian Bitler game. Normally I'm not on a super public team or a public side like the Carolina Hurricanes are tonight. But for me, I think the Hurricanes on the puck line is the way to go. Faded the Nashville Predators on the first game back from that overseas trip. And we saw Dallas Stars, I believe, take care of them pretty easy. What we've seen from San Jose last time out, 3-2 loss and a 4-1 loss. San Jose, to me, near the bottom of the league in Carolina, may be the best team in hockey. Hurricanes have lost 6 straight to San Jose, but I think that's only going to serve to motivate Carolina not to look past this Sharks team. Hurricanes 56-22, last 78 versus a Western Conference team, and on a Friday, Hurricanes 7-3. So for me, the only way you can play this is on the puck line here, so I'm not going to lay minus 200 here. So I'm going to play Carolina Hurricanes minus the 1.5 on the puck line.
Minus 1.5 on the puck line here, plus 125 here against the Sharks. Had their 2 meetings last year. We're a little scoring here. Carolina winning at home 2-1, and it was 2-1 San Jose last year at home. So we've seen some low scoring games in there. Of course, the goalies here, Reimer and Ranta, they were actually the goaltenders back when they played last year ago in November in San Jose in that one. But you're liking here this puck line. Of course, this Shark team, a team that's kind of has really struggled here last season.
Yeah, I think the Sharks are going to have some trouble this year again. Kind of like the last night, I kind of got pulled in a little bit to the Arizona Coyotes, thinking they could keep it close with the Penguins. But there's just a big difference between those two teams, and I think tonight we'll see a big difference with Carolina and San Jose.
All right, we got it. The Hurricanes puck line minus 1.5 goals, plus 125 against the Sharks. This is your late night game, 10:35 Eastern time, on NHL Network. All right. Brian, let's go over at Pick Dogs Premium, where you've been on fire here over your last 30 days. 796 units of profit. That is all documented over at the site, showing profit last 7 days. Also showing profit here the last 24 hours. He's been on absolute fire, has Brian Bitler. All right, Brian, we have 2 games on the board here from college football, 4 games on the ice. The one late night game tonight, Padres Dodgers. What do you have going on over at Pick Dogs Premium?
I'll tell you what, my best bet tonight, my titanium play, my $15 play. It's 40-22, 65% run. That's over the last 62 of them. So I've been consistent with that $15 best bet. Like I said, that's in college football where I'm on an 18-8, 69% run over the last 26. So head on over to pickdogs.com, pick up that titanium play, or you can get my play in Major League Baseball tonight. Love it. Definitely going to be a big night. And then Saturday, that card is just, it's hard to contain myself. I tried to go with 5 plays, and I got 5 for Saturday, and I'll have 5 plays for Sunday as well.
That's right, guys. Again, we're here with Brian Bitler over at Pick Dogs Premium. Great results here the last 30 days. 796 units of profit, all documented over at Pick Dog. You can verify that by going to Brian's handicapper page by clicking the Cappers tab and going down to his page. Right now, a $15 credit guarantee pick right now from college football. Stellar 4-1 night there. It's been hot on fire here. College football red hot, 18-8, 69% run So he's looking at his best bet here for Friday, and you can get it right now for $15 over at Pick Dogs. Credit guarantee, which means it must win or the amount you purchased is credited back into your account for side credits. That's what credit guarantee is. Also, individual play here from baseball as well as the NHL. So a lot of action there from Brian. He also has Brian has a Pound Zone 3-pack here for Friday's action. And of course, already in action here for his early college football Saturday Rise and Win with the individual play up there. Lots of plays up there from Brian here as we're getting into AAC Game of the Year, a Saturday No Limit play. A lot of individual plays now with all this action here. You're probably your best value, and we always say this here on our Friday, is that 3-day all sports pass. You get all of Brian's plays for 3 days. He'll be in action here from the Major League Baseball playoffs, as well as college football, the NFL, NHL. So that 3-day pass is really good value there. Brian's already with a lot of plays for Saturday college football already up on the board for the early games. So get on board there. You may, if you add to a card, check it out in the morning tomorrow, and get on board with Brian Bitler. Of course, the NFL will be in there as well. Use the promo code 15OFF at checkout. That will save you 15% off that 3-day all sports pass. You can also add a second capper with that 2-for-1 capper promotion. That's even greater value there. All right, Brian, as always, great having you show. Keep up that great work, and we'll talk with you again on Monday.
Well, I wish you a very successful weekend. I might have to contact Jay, try to get a hat bet out of him on that Cowboys. But we'll see how that goes. Good luck, and have a good weekend, Tony.
You as well. Brian Bitler here on The Drive, too. Let's continue our coverage. I don't see Jovan in yet, so we're going to. Rod Zawacky is going to jump the boards. He's going to jump the jump card here. Will be Rod Zawacky. So let's get him on the show right now. You'll find him over at Pick Dogs. He's been very good to us here with his picks on the show. I think we're ready to roll with Rod. I think I got a diagonal. I think I got you on the side view here, Rod. How you doing? I'm going to move the camera. There we go.
There we go. Just doing some headstands.
There's some headstands. There you go. There you go. We're getting on the ice here with Rod tonight, 7 Eastern time. Red Wings here hosting the Canadians. Canadians come off that upset. We got the Red Wings here, minus 165, total 6.5.
Yeah, we got this game here. And this will be the first game of the year for this Detroit Red Wings team and their home opener as well. And new goalie, definitely got some new faces in Detroit. Billy Husso will make his start, and we've seen what he did last year in St. Louis in the regular season when Bennington wasn't so good. He came in the regular season and played lights out, and then he hit the playoffs, and he wasn't very good. So what are we going to get for Billy Husso? Unsure. Still question mark. If he plays like he did last season in the regular season, he'll play lights out. Jake Allen's going to get the start for the Montreal Canadiens here tonight, and he held his own against the Leafs and got the Montreal Canadiens a win. Basically, for me, you look at this, and Montreal's got one game under the belt. They've got the legs going, and this Detroit team hasn't got their legs going. This is their first game of the season, and you look, Detroit 0-4 in their last 4 home games, and Montreal was 2-1 in the season series last year. Outscored Detroit 11-4 in those 3 meetings. So basically, we got a battle of some youngsters here. You got Montreal with Cole Caulfield and Suzuki lighting the lamps. And you got Dylan Larkin and Bertuzzi for Detroit. So which youngsters are you going to go with? I think you got to go with the value here and go with Montreal. I can't pass up that value. Give me Montreal. And this is coming from a Leafs fan, so I'll take Montreal on the money line over Detroit.
Yeah, but that even got my attention, how Detroit could be favored by this much. I thought, well, is Montreal a back-to-back? Because there was a lot of games last night that they played. They didn't play. I know they beat Toronto in their opener. And I looked and said, they didn't play last night. You're right to me. It does seem a little fishy here. You have this big line. What are you looking at this line and knowing how poor Detroit's been? Why are we looking at minus 170 here?
I don't know. It makes no sense to me either. Just like I said, Montreal won 2 meetings last year. Went 2-1. The one that was in Detroit, it was a 3-2 overtime win for Detroit. So other than that, like I said, they outscored them 11-4 in those 3 games. This doesn't make sense to me. I'm not laying minus 170 with the Red Wings. We know what they've done. Like I said, the last 4 at home they've lost. So I think you got to take the plus money in the Montreal Canadiens. And I know Montreal did. The Leafs handed them a good couple of those goals, but they did capitalize on those turnovers and popped them in the net to get the goal. They weren't just handed to them. So Detroit wants to do the same. I think Montreal youngster and their speed will. Montreal has got some young talent and speed, and that's key. Both teams have some speed. I just don't get the one minus 170. Can't do it.
No, I
you got to
agree
go
here.
with Montreal here.
Canadians plus 195 here against the Red Wings. This one to have a start time of 7 p.m. Eastern time. All right, Rod, let's take over at Pick Dogs Premium for tonight's action, showing great results here. What a good start here to the NHL here. 245 units of profit. That is all documented over at Pick Dogs. You can verify that by going to Rod's handicapper page. Go down to pick history. You can see every pick that he's released here, and it's documented here. 245 units of profit. 4-game card here from the NHL. We have 2 here from college football. The late night game, Padres Dodgers in the baseball playoffs. What do you have going on over at Pick Dogs Premium?
And over at Pick Dogs Premium tonight, you can grab my $15 Bookie Buster in the MLB. Got to go. We've hit back-to-back plays on it, going for 3 straight winners with my Bookie Buster. Pick it up, $15 over at Pick Dogs Premium. Or I also got my 10-star college football Mega Money Blast. Grab that up. Get yourself another winner. Add the nice Mega Money Blast to your pocket. Or it's Friday, so it's Steak Friday. Included in my Steak Friday package is the college football Mega Money Blast, as well as my top 2 plays in the NHL that I love tonight. And you can scoop that up over at Pick Dogs Premium in my Steak Friday package. Or now's the time. Grab that 3-day, grab that 7-day, grab a 30-day, or even grab the 2-for-1 capper deal. Pair me up with any one of the other hot cappers you see on this show. We're definitely out to make you some money. Make sure you use that promo code 15OFF. Get you 15% off all your purchases over at Pick Dogs Premium.
That's right, guys. I get on board here with Rod Zawacky over at Pick Dogs Premium. Great start to the NHL season. 245 units of profit. Rod in here with a Steak Friday, a 3-pack college football Mega Money Blast in this package. And his 2 plays on the ice. So get on board with Rod Zawacky with that 3-pack. $39. Credit guarantee must be profitable, or the amount you purchase is credited back in your account. That is credit guarantee. Also in there with a $15 Bookie Buster from MLB. So get on board here with Rod. That's also credit guarantee. A lot of individual plays up there from Rod. Remember those, and as well as the Steak Friday Triple. Remember, these one-day passes, these individual plays must turn a profit, or the amount is credited back into your account as side credits. That's credit guarantee. Now, again, the long-term passes aren't, because they're sold at a discount. And again, here we are on a Friday. That 3-day pass is very valuable. You get all of Rod's plays for 3 days, all his premium plays. That will include all the NFL here coming up here on Sunday, college football Friday, as well as the Saturday games, the NHL here for 3 days, the baseball playoffs. Again, the Sunday games are if necessary, and if we got you covered here for Friday as well as Saturday, and we'll see about Sunday if necessary games are played. Actually, they will be, because that's right. The game 4 between the Yankees and Guardians will go off on Sunday, so that game
will go on Sunday.
Yep. It will go on Sunday. That will not be a sweep. There will not be a sweep in that series. Of course, we don't know about the Mariners Astros. If it's not a sweep, then that game will be played on Sunday. So there's still a lot of keep an eye there. There's a lot of, and of course, if the Dodgers Padres go 5. If the Braves and Phillies go 5, that will be on a Sunday. So there's a lot of, we could be looking at 4 games on Sunday too, as well in Major League Baseball. So big cards here for Saturday and Sunday. We know we're going to have 4 games for sure on Saturday. A possibility anywhere from 2 to 4 games. Actually, anywhere from 1 to 4 games on Sunday. So it'll be a lot of action there. Of course, don't forget the NFL as well with Rod here on the Sunday card. And Rod always gets that Monday night game in on Sundays. That also gives you a little bonus there when you get that 3-day pass. Remember the promo code 15 off at checkout. They'll save you 15% off. You could also add a second capper with that 2-for-1 capper promotion. Even greater value there. All right, Rod, is always great having you show. Keep up the great work. We'll talk with you next week. But I know you also contribute to the morning shows from 10 a.m. Eastern time every day. And, of course, on weekend, a little different, because we get all the cappers, many of the cappers from Pick Dogs join you guys. Yeah,
definitely tune into the morning show. Make sure you subscribe and turn on the notifications. That way you get notified when we go live, and you don't miss out on any of the content that we got going here at Pick Dogs. Definitely jump aboard. Also click that link and join the VIP Premium. You get a premium pick from me, Chris, and Mitch. That's 3 premium picks. That easily pays for itself in no time. And also, it's Halloween's getting close, so
yes.
You need some Pick Dogs merch. Definitely head on over and get some Pick Dogs merch. Use that promo code football, and you'll get 25% all your merch. You can get some Pick Dogs hat, Pick Dogs hoodie. Jump on over and get some Pick Dogs merch. Use that promo code football.
With that Halloween logo. The Pick Dogs with the Halloween logo. There you go.
Right?
Yeah.
Definitely head on over. Scoop it up.
You got it.
Thanks for having me, Tony. It's been great. Have a great weekend. Thanks, everybody. Let's get ourselves a winner and sweep the drive-through plays this week. We need Montreal. Let's go.
Let's go, Montreal. Let's go, Canadians. Let's make it a sweep again. Rod Zawacky here on the drive-through. We'll talk to him next week. Guys, if you missed our picks, we'll do a complete recap at the end of the show. See a lot of people coming in right now, so make sure you stay tuned for that. All right, we got him in now. Jovan Burts is next up. He's been on fire, top of the leaderboards. You'll find him over at Pick Dogs Premium. He's going to get you. We're going to get a play from Jovan here from baseball. So let's get him in right now. Let's see, Jovan Burts. We'll get to him in just a second. There we go. Jovan, what's happening?
Hey, what's going on, Tony? How are you?
Doing great. All right, here we go. We're looking at baseball here, the day game here for Saturday as the Astros looking to put away the Mariners. Mariners here minus 115, total of 7.
Yeah, and it's closeout time on people. The Mariners are done. After they couldn't get home, bring home that game 1, lost in dramatic fashion. Yeah, it's over for these guys. Went out quietly in game 2, 4-2, and with Kirby on the mound, George Kirby. Yeah, he's had a good first season, but he's faltered in the last I guess month or so. 7 point plus ERA. In his last 3 games. Yeah, it's not looking good for the Mariners right now. They're a young bunch. They'll be back at it, but going up against Lance McCullers, the wily veteran, knows how to pitch. Yeah, they're ready to take it to the ALCS. And get the job done, try to get back to another World Series, possibly to face the Dodgers again, so we never know. Maybe we get another exciting series out of those 2 teams, but yeah, I just think that, it's pretty cut and dry with this series, how it went. Had the Mariners, came through with game 1, it might have been a different story, but it might have went 5, but I just think that, it kind of cut their hearts out in that situation where they gave up a big lead and then gave up the 3-run shot, and that now that's all she wrote. That's how I'm looking at it. So, yeah, it's the Astros for me to close it out, sweep.
All right, we got Jovan here looking for the closeout here. Of course, the Astros with the real clutch hitting here in this game, and your run line bettors got to love them too because they got that run over across in the 8th inning for that 2-run win there. And of course, the Seattle's been a team that really said low hitting team, but they seem to know how to win games. But of course, the playoffs a different scenario. We saw them in that success here in the wild card round, getting the job done there, beating a pretty good Toronto team on the road. But now they're coming home for the first time in a long time. So remember, they've been on the road for the playoffs, the entire playoffs, right, in the wild card and in this round.
Yeah, I mean, and I wouldn't put it past the fact that they've been on the road for so long, that's finally catching up to them. But it's just a bad spot in my estimation, dealing with a team that's been there, done that, a couple times over. And, at the end of the day, they're just dealing with a better team from top to bottom. So that's just the way I'm looking at it.
All right, looking for the closeout here. Astros minus 105 here against the Mariners. This one will have a start time right around college football. They got this one scheduled 4 p.m. Eastern time, right in that sweet spot there. All right, Jovan, let's take a look at Pick Dogs Premium, where you've been on absolute fire here. 1,605 units of profit here for the year. You're now at 1,809 for the last 30 days, so it's been on fire here for Jovan Burts over at Pick Dogs Premium, among the unit leaders here for the unit leader here for the last 30 days. Amongst the leaders here for the entire 2022 betting campaign has been on fire here. You look at the NFL, over 1,000 units in the NFL, over 1,000 units in college football this year. And of course, if you add those preseason numbers to the NFL, that's about 1,250 units of profit this year in the NFL. Of course, had a fantastic NBA season, and the NBA is going to start here in just a couple of days here as we close out preseason tonight. So, all right, Jovan, you've been on absolute fire here. We got, again, that primetime game tonight from Major League Baseball out west. We also have 2 from college football. What do you have going on over at Pick Dogs Premium?
Yeah, it's Friday, so you know what that means. Time to take flight on these books with my Take Flight Friday college football 5-starter. Just one play for the people. Load up on it, load bear, and take the book down tonight. So you head into tomorrow with a win under your belt. Then rock with me for Saturday slate. I'm gonna have at least 9 plays for you. That's gonna hit the book hard. Then we go into Sunday for another probably 5, 6 more plays. So I've been running hot. Took a little snag last weekend, but now I'm back on track again. So also match me on one of the other handicappers for the 2-for-1 cap promotional. There's been a lot of hot cappers on Pick Dogs. Check me on my 3-day, my 7-day, my 30-day, my yearly, the season passes. You've been rocking with me. You've been making a lot of money, so that's just the fact of the matter. Let's keep it going. It's all here, Sports Chat, place of Pick Dogs. Let's get it.
Let's get it indeed here with Jovan Burts over at Pig Dogs. Great results here for the year 2022. 1,605 units of profit. Also showing great profit the last 30 days. 1,809 units of profit. Once again, the football has been on fire here. When you factor in the preseason this year, it's 1,250 units of profit here for Jovan in college football. 1,123 units of profit coming off a very profitable NBA season as well. Over 1,200 units there. The NBA here is just fast approaching here. We're just 4 days and 15 minutes away from tip-off time here for that doubleheader on TNT on Tuesday. So guys, get on board with Jovan Burts over at Pick Dogs Premium. You want to try him up tonight? He does have a Take Flight Friday college football individual play up there for you right now. You can get on board with that, or the way Jovan's running, you got to at least consider at least a 30-day all sports pass. You'll have all of Jovan's plays here for 30 days. What will be included? All of his premium plays here from the remainder of the Major League Baseball playoffs through the end of the World Series, as well as the NFL. College football, the NBA is in play as we begin play here on Tuesday. So it's a great time right now to get this long-term pass. Those 30-day all sports pass is a great value. All these sports overlapping right now. You want to get on board. Javon's been red hot here. The football's hot. The NBA was hot. You got him. This is the time to get on board with that 1 month all sports pass. You could use the promo code 15 off at checkout, and you'll save 15% off that 1 month all sports pass. And of course, again, since we're talking promo code, you can consider if it's within your budget going for that 1 year all sports pass. That's also if you're an everyday player, it's in your budget. And if you've been tailing Jovan's play as a premium member, maybe now is the time to turn that 30-day pass into a 1 year all sports pass, because you take those winnings and Jovan has been on fire. So get on board right now. Use the promo code and save some money. And again, you could add a second capper with that 2-for-1 cap promotion. Even greater value there. All right, Jovan, as always, we'll talk to you a little bit later here on the recap. Have yourself a great night. But I know you contribute lots to Pick Dogs. So you've got your Parlay of the Day video as well as your contributions on the weekend shows.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm going to have a college football parlay for tomorrow's games, then the NFL one for Sunday. That's a given. And, yeah, so have picks on the weekend tomorrow for the morning show, Sunday for the morning show, Mondays and Fridays for the drive-through. So it's a lot of picks if you want to get them from me.
That's right, guys. Tune in here on the weekend with Jovan. Of course, make sure you set those notifications so when Jovan drops his parlay video, you're there with him, because he's been on fire. You want to get those plays. All right, Jovan, we'll talk to you a little bit later.
Absolutely, I'll be here.
You got it, Jovan Burts here on the drive-through. Speaking of the recap, guys, if you miss any of our picks, stay tuned, because we will do a recap at the end of the show. So we're getting a lot of people sign in, so make sure you stay tuned for that. Let's continue on here on the drive-through. It is now time for my picks, so let me put up my game information for you guys right now. We're going to be looking at this Padre and Dodger game. We might be looking at it a little differently here, so let me go ahead and get the game card up for you right now. As we're going to put up the game card tonight as the Padres and Dodgers get it. We got Padres here hosting the Dodgers. Dodgers minus 120, total 7.5. And I'll be looking at this one a little differently. I'm going to take Blake Snell to go under 15.5 outs. That means he won't go 5 2/3 innings or longer. That the longest he'll go is 5 1/3. And I'm just going to, it's kind of a go against here on Blake Snell. I didn't like his poise, didn't like the way he looked in the playoffs. Again, don't have to worry about the Dodgers pitching, just Blake Snell here, right? Again, I just think the pressure, he kind of pretty much folded in the pressure here of postseason baseball. Allowed 2 earned runs, 6 walks, a homer, 4 hits, and 3 1/3 innings in that road defeat at the Mets. And the team record here against for Snell, when he faces good teams that average 4.5 runs or greater this season, is just 4-12. That's the team record. So he's not fared well here against high-scoring teams, good offensive teams. So again, I really think they're going to have the quick hook on him. If you saw his performance in New York, and remember we're in a 3 of 5 series, so you got to get if you lose this game, then you're looking at elimination for the next 2 games. I think it's more of a must-win here for the Padres. So Snell, if he shows any signs of that jittery form, that poor form that he had in New York, they're going to get him out of there fast. I don't expect them to allow Snell to put him in a 1-2 snag here. So I expect Snell not to go more than a 5 1/3 in this game. So we're going to take Snell under 15.5 outs, and this one will have a start time here of 8:37 Eastern time. All right, guys, check out Pick Dogs. I do have my premium play up there right now here from Major League Baseball. It's my best bet of the day, so get on board with that as well. My 3-pack already went off this morning, so get on board with that at Pick Dogs. Also, I'm part of the long-term passes here with the 3, 7, and 30 sports pass. Pick up all my premium plays for the time period you select. When you go to my handicapper page and make that purchase, and don't forget the promo code is 15 off, and you'll save 15% off all packages there at Pick Dogs. You can add me to it with another capper on the 2-for-1 capper promotion, even greater value there. You can pair me up with Jovan, who's been red hot. You can pair me up with Ninos, Jay Briggs, Brad, Brian, Rod. 2-for-1 capper promotion, your best value over at Pick Dogs Premium. All right, let's continue here on the drive-thru. It is now time here for the recap here, and let's see what we got up here. I think it is now time to show up the picks. So let's show the picks. Jovan will help us out on this segment here. We had Ninos here with the hockey Rangers plus the 120 against the Jets. Jay was on UTSA, lay the 33.5 against FIU. Brad says take UTSA FIU over 63. Jovan was on the Astros minus 105 against the Mariners in Game 3. Brian was on the Hurricanes puck line minus 1.5 goals plus 125 against the Sharks. Rod was on the Canadiens plus 145 against the Red Wings. I was on take Blake Snell under 15.5 outs, meaning he won't go 5 2/3 innings or longer in this one. All right, so we'll go over to Jovan. Other than your pick, Jovan, which one do you like the best?
Oh, you know what it's gonna be. It's gonna be Blake Snell under. Even on a good outing in the playoffs, he'll go 4. You know what I'm saying? That's his history. That's just what it is. So that's free there as far as I'm concerned. I'm on that, Tony.
All right.
I'm banging that. I'm banging that immediately.
Yep. There we go. I can't argue that one. And the one I'm gonna look at that UTSA just to pound FIU to death. I mean, I'm not. That's getting a little extreme, but yeah, they're gonna pound them. I just see this FIU team is a sorry team, and again, that's all we're gonna say about that. Just look at the numbers. It's really when you lose to UConn by 21. You lose. That's pretty bad. And you're out in that area. You know how bad UConn is. You live out there in the Northeast.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
Yeah, they are.
Been bad for a long time.
Yep. They have.
And the crazy thing is, I haven't even faded them this year, but that's usually a go-to whenever you're in trouble. Whenever you're in trouble, fade UConn.
That's right.
That's really been the model.
So that's like your fat girlfriend. UConn's like the fat girlfriend.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
There you go. All right, that'll do it here.
Nice, or closeout time. Closeout time. Last call for alcohol. You don't have someone to bring home. You know what I mean? So.
Know, when there's no slim pickings, you got to go for the thick pickings, right? That's how it rolls, brother.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
There you go. That'll do it here. That'll do it for this edition of the Drive-Thru, guys. Be sure to tune in again here on Monday here at 6 Eastern. We'll do it all over again. We'll bring in all our cappers here from Pick Dogs and Sports Chat Place. Give out live free picks here for the games on Monday. We're getting close to the NBA on Tuesday, so we'll have a lot more content to deliver there because we're very heavy in the NBA because we're a Monday through Friday show here at this hour. So we're usually right around an hour away from the start of these NBA games, NHL as well, baseball playoffs, and of course those middle of the week football as well we have for you guys. So make sure you tune in this weekend at 10 a.m. Eastern time with the morning shows. Now it's Mitch, it's Rod and Chris, joined by a lot of the cappers from the drive-thru. So we have like this big roundtable discussion. They go around all the games here and give out free picks here from the Saturday college football card, as well as the Monday card. They'll also touch the baseball as well. The hockey, well, that's for Rod and the video series that launched with Rod and Chris with the Puck Dogs. So you guys can check those videos up there. And don't forget Mitch's 7 picks in 5 minutes. We got Jovan's Parlay of the Day video every day. We have Ron Romanelli's rundown from Major League Baseball and the NFL. We also have Brad and Mills' UFC show tomorrow at immediately following the morning show. We also have the NFL show that's up there in the archive with Mitch. We also have Chris and Romanelli. And I'm sorry, the NFL show is Mitch, it is Jay, and Big Al McMorty. The college football show, which is also up there in the archive, is Mitch. It is also Romanelli and Chris. So we got a lot of content up there, guys. So check it out. Make sure you like, subscribe, set those notifications so when these videos drop, you get notified and get them. And don't miss a live show here as well when you set notifications to watch the show and have your phone ready for the halftime shows, of course, on NFL Sunday with Mitch and Jay. So we got everything covered, guys. That's going to do it for this edition here of The Drive-Thru. Let's bring in our crew from today. We're going to go ahead and wave goodbye, guys. You guys have a great weekend, and we'll talk with you again here on Monday here on The Drive-Thru.